Microphone check. Microphone check.
Why is yours so much fucking louder,
It
bro?
was right by my mouth.
Dickhead.
I like it all up in my mouth. I still don't go talk that loud.
His is still quiet, though.
You want it right before the yellow anyway.
I just talk a little softer.
Have you ever heard? This is Andy Huang, and welcome to USPA podcast.
USPA podcast. All right. I like the voice. That's good.
Welcome to Beards
And bullshit.
with our guest here. The
I just grew a beard for this week.
sweetest beard of all time.
Only took a week to grow.
Yeah,
It's special.
He used probably some of Brandon's beard.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Send a little shout out to Luigi. Maybe now we can get some beard wax.
Yeah.
Just send over to the show. We'll teach you how to
I
use
just
it.
happen to have brown
Yeah,
beard hair.
yeah, black, brown. It's all right.
It's
Not as quite nice
Mine's
as your
brown
real
up
hair.
here and then gray down here. So
you go.
you know.
Yeah.
It happens.
All right. So wow, I got the number 1 and number 3 powerlifters from the U.S. Open sitting next to me.
Yep.
That's
Number
pretty cool.
3.
I mean, that doesn't. Yeah. I'm waiting for something to happen here eventually. I figure.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Hurt.
Anybody know where the number 2 guy is?
He's in Las Vegas.
He's in
Oh,
Vegas.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, easy. Well, we'll get him out here eventually. So.
Yeah, eventually.
All right. So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're going to talk about Andy.
Obviously,
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
You know, I want people to know that. Well, why don't you tell us about your sports history?
Sports history. Started playing basketball in middle school. I tried to play football, but I was too heavy for Pop Warner
He was the
And-
first Jeremy Lin, by the
and
way.
too young to play up. So middle school, I played like travel basketball until I could finally play football in high school. And I did both until like junior year when I got really good with football. And football, I started freshman year at like 180. And by senior year, I was 290.
God damn!
Yeah. So the whole, if you guys ever ask, like, how do I get so big? It's
He's been big.
a lot of it's genetics. You can't, I did
Is your
that.
dad big?
No, my dad's typical Asian. He's 5'6", 5'7".
Then who the hell did you get all the size
155.
from?
I don't know. And you can't say the mailman because then he'd be Chinese too.
Yeah.
I grew up in Taiwan.
So when did you come here then?
I moved to San Diego when I was 5. So
Oh, okay. So you've been here
so
for
I've
a
been
long,
here.
long
Nice.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
So
I just picture like those sumo guys just inhaling the eggs.
Yeah.
The hard-boiled eggs.
Replacements?
Was that part of your
No.
that part of
No.
your growth
But
there?
but like I'm saying, like that's how you know a lot of it's genetics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
You know?
Holy cow.
Well, I mean, my dad's 5'7",
Yeah.
and
yeah.
my mom's tall, so
Yeah.
but nobody's like really big,
Yeah,
They're
for
just
sure. Like,
taller or shorter.
So high school, I think part of it is a big part of it is like the American food because I ate nothing but Chinese food growing up until like high school when I started eating all this fast food and burritos and
Yeah.
so that definitely added my size.
And now look where we're at with the vertical diet.
That's
Back
right.
to a shit ton of rice.
Yeah, no, right. Fucking-
Rice
crazy.
has always been a staple every
Yeah.
day, so it never works.
That's
Like-
crazy.
So then high school, out of high school, I got scholarship to play at Sacramento State. Played there for a year, didn't like it, came back down. Junior college, Palomar College, All-American there. Got a scholarship to BYU. Hated it there. Didn't even play. It was just too hard. I'm too short. I'm like 5'10".
What position?
Yeah, what'd you play?
Defensive tackle.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So in high
that's
school,
tough.
being 5'10", 290, that's a
That's
huge
a big,
advantage.
yeah.
And I was really quick because of all my
290.
basketball playing, and like so I was really explosive and stuff, and moved well laterally. But in college, you're just playing against big boys, and just didn't play. So
Yeah.
after that, I just came back home and started like personal training, and just got into like regular lifting. And that's when I started just bro lifting and lifting, looking at magazines, bodybuilding.
Yep.
And then I got into bodybuilding when I was like 26. Did that for 3 years, and
Did you ever compete?
yeah, I competed at
Stage?
4 shows.
Wow.
I did pretty well. I mean, I won.
Wow,
I
nice.
won or got second on all my shows, but
Yeah.
there's just no balance to it. It's so,
Yeah,
it's
isn't it?
so
Yeah,
extreme.
it's just who's there on
crazy,
that
man.
day.
Well, also, but like every little detail of your life is like
Surrounded around that.
yeah, it's either
Yeah.
your calories or how you look, and everything every time you look in the mirror, it's like this isn't big enough. It's just a mental fuck. So
Yeah.
I got tired of that. So finally, someone in the gym was just watching me lift, and I've always been strong. So they saw me, I guess, squat or deadlift, and then just convinced me to do a powerlifting meet, and I did it, and I loved it. So that was October 2016.
15,
16?
wasn't it?
I've been
started
doing
the same
2.5
year.
years. So
Yeah.
yeah 15.
15.
Yeah, you're
okay.
right.
Because I think
you started at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
October 2015. So
And what did you total there?
1868.
And what'd you total? What's your best total?
Best total ever is raw. It was just knee sleeves 2193, and then I just did U.S. Opens 2220 with wraps.
With reps? Damn.
So that's it's really important that people understand. I think what all the top lifters did before powerlifting, because I think I can't think of anybody who hasn't been an athlete previous to this.
Wow.
Well, actually, Larry.
I was to say,
Larry. But Larry
He's the one who didn't he say he used to run around the island that he lived on all the time, ride his bike.
No, he used to ride his bike, but that's not like
yeah, that's not
That's
like
He's just
going
active
to practice
dude.
every day.
Yeah.
Discipline
You're right.
is
Yeah,
homeless
well,
people
he's a
riding bikes.
phenomenon. So.
yeah, exactly. He's a
But-
phenomenon, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
I think part of it that he's so good right now and his rise is he's so fresh, his body.
Yeah.
He didn't
Yeah.
have
Young.
years of football.
Getting
or,
beat
or
up.
getting
Yeah,
beat up all this
exactly.
stuff.
Totally. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what. I mean, I've got age on both of you, but yes, the 20 years of football in my life definitely makes
Tear
me
you up.
not look at lifting the same way probably as I'm sure Larry looks at
Yeah,
that lifting
just,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, I come in here every day and look forward to when I get to work out. But, yeah, I mean, if he can stay healthy, it's going to be amazing to see what he does. But
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. However, though, what you were saying,
Yeah.
athletes, I do
huge.
think athletes transition best
Extremely
to
well.
powerlifting.
Especially
There's
if you're an
obviously a
explosive
few
type of athlete,
rare
right?
cases out
Yeah,
there.
I think like wrestlers, bodybuilders.
Track athletes.
Track
Track
athletes.
Track
football players.
athletes develop the fastest white muscle, the strongest white muscle.
Unless you're a
and
marathon runner.
Fast twitch. Yeah,
That
marathon
doesn't
runner.
count.
Mile runner.
You're not a track athlete.
Mile runner.
You're a distance runner. Separate the two.
But
I found out that Thomas, our homie, is faster than Kevin Oak when Kevin Oak was at his fastest.
Oh.
really? Oh, damn.
So he
Now-
ran a 10.48.
And now Kevin Oak only out totals him by what, like 1,000 pounds?
Basically, but don't tell him that. But yeah, that's a super important thing people got to understand is
yeah.
most of us have a really good baseline that we came from, be it sports and or bodybuilding. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, essentially I've been bodybuilding, hypertrophy training for 6 years. Prior to that, I was like football training. So
Yeah.
Right.
it was just I've been squatting for 18 years straight.
Yep.
Squatting and benching.
Exactly.
Great point.
So,
Yeah, so all these people who expect success in
Right out the
in a
gate.
year,
Yep.
2 years, 3 years, we've been lifting for 15 plus years.
Yep.
And it's only now that we've, our success is fast, but that's because we put in,
We've been yeah, it's just building on a very strong foundation.
we
been
had
here
a
for a long
great
time.
foundation to start out with. So
yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, even myself, again, being older than you guys, 40 and stuff, I mean, I feel like my best powerlifting days are still coming up.
So,
you know?
so to come, yeah.
And you learn how to train as you advance,
Mm-hmm.
that changes. I'm sure we could get into that next maybe, but
Yeah.
I mean, just what's changed as you go. It's going to change for Larry too as he gets higher and higher in his total. I mean, look at like Stan, he
Yep.
was training 2 days a week and working on mobility 4 days a week when he
Yeah.
broke the record. I mean, you see the importance of things there,
Yeah.
So when you first started powerlifting till let's say this last training cycle, what have you changed as far as your training mentality, be it days, frequency, that kind of stuff?
Okay, so definitely the overall volume is cut down, especially. I still squat twice a week, but when I first started, it was like a lot higher intensities and volume on squatting twice a week. And of course, like when I first started that, I was dying. Like Chad killed me. Like, I never squatted twice a week.
Did you start with Chad?
Yeah.
When you first did your first?
No, I did my first thing by myself,
Okay,
or with like
yeah.
my whatever the guys who got into me. Right after that, I hired Chad, and right after that, it was like fucking 4 or 5 sets of 10 twice a week. I would be on the floor after every set. Like, I was just dying. But
Yeah.
I love the challenge of it. And so, yeah, so overall, like, in the beginning, it was so much volume. And I kept competing because my numbers kept flying up.
Yeah.
And whatever we were doing, it was working. He was even, like, puzzled by how fast I could respond. But in the last year and a half, I've sustained all these injuries. I can't train that way anymore, so I've definitely revamped my training to adjust to whatever's going on, whatever injury, whatever nagging pain I have going on. So every cycle, every prep, every season is different.
Yeah.
You might start off with a plan, but then your elbow starts hurting or this starts hurting. So it's just it's an ever evolving training thing. But definitely overall, the volume has gone down. I'm 34 this year. I've been lifting so much. And as I get stronger, I can't handle the same percentages for that much volume.
Yeah.
You know, like my 80% is like in the 700s. I can't do that.
Yeah.
10 weeks in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you went into the Open this year, what was your number one goal? Staying healthy, or was it something else? To focus on this, focus on
Well,
that?
I mean, staying healthy should be everyone's goal.
Yeah, right.
You never want to be hurt. But I think going into it,
But wait, were you injured kind of going into even the training?
So
I thought,
in
that's what I thought.
November, I tore my ACL and patella meniscus,
Damn.
and then my left pec. So that's
So you were like 98% healthy though.
yeah, right. That was like, so my knee was probably 8 straight weeks of just not squatting and rehabbing.
Yep.
My pec, I thought it was a shoulder injury. I thought it was like this AC joint problem. But over 6 to 8 weeks, it never got better because I kept addressing it as a shoulder issue. But it turns out I finally saw like a doctor, and it was a pec tear. So once I addressed it as a pec tear, it was another 5 to 6 weeks. So
Yeah.
it was just all these setbacks and just, slowly rehabbing. The only thing that was going right was my deadlift, and I was pulling at the animal cage, so I was focusing more on that anyways.
Which was awesome.
Which was awesome, yeah. And then right after animal cage, I was at 8 weeks out, and that's when I actually started prep.
Kick stuff in
Are we ever gonna get a blood shirt made? I thought it was.
I
in
have
the
the
works.
design ready. I just been so busy with the prep. Yeah. and I don't know what to put on it, the words, because I don't know I don't know if I want it to be funny.
Yeah.
Or serious. I could go either way, but so yeah, it was only 8 short weeks. My first meeting wrapped, so I had to adjust really fast.
Oh yeah, it's true.
How long did you prep for other meets before?
Other meets would be longer, probably like 14 to 16 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think also this is another thing people should learn from is I was chasing a record, and I wanted to do it like as fast as I could. So it was whatever the next meet I could do that was within range, and it was kind of big enough. That's what I kept chasing Stan's sleeve record versus like having some good preps where I'm injury free.
Yeah.
I'm getting stronger, just taking my time. But I was just in a hurry to break that record because I knew like Larry was gonna break it, so I want to do it first. So that's part of the issue. Like when we try and chase these numbers, you can't force it. You have to just let it come.
Yeah.
And just be healthy and string together some healthy cycles.
Yeah. No,
I mean that's the truth right there.
Yeah.
Do not for anybody. I don't care if it's a state record or whatever. Just like I tell all the younger kids here, just keep working on getting your numbers up, and the records will fall. If you keep putting your numbers up, eventually you'll get to them, whatever they are. I mean, and the weight classes may change and whatever, but I mean, obviously, as you get up there and now you're where you're at, those numbers are, huge ass numbers that you're trying to go for. And like you said, there's other big dudes ready to come take them down.
And it's not like I'm like so close. That's why I was
Yeah.
I was literally like 30-something pounds
So
away.
what is it? What's the record?
Well, it was at the time it was 22.25. That was Stan's record.
Right.
And I was 21.93, so I was literally
Yeah,
30
right
pounds
there.
away. But then Larry kills it. It's 22.75 now. So now I'm like 80 pounds away. But
Still
it's
attainable
within
though for you.
range to
Yeah.
me. Because-
I mean, I know we talked and you were thinking about a 2,300 total possibility at the Open.
So back to the Open, my goals were, of course, like finishing healthy, but I knew 99% sure that I was going to win my class, just based on my numbers and what I can do. If I did my thing, which it turned out, and then
Hold on. He's absolutely right about that. And I'll tell you, this prep was so hard mentally, knowing that even if I had the best day possible, this dude still could have beat me with his seconds. I was just like,
Yeah,
part
so
of the game.
that was number one. Win my weight class, win some money. Because honestly, if this was in the open, I would have skipped it. You know,
Yeah,
I only had
yeah,
8 weeks
yeah.
to prep. Like I don't.
Yeah.
That's not
Coming off the
great.
injuries and all that other
Coming off the
jazz.
injury,
Yeah.
and I knew I wouldn't put up huge numbers. So if it wasn't the open, I wouldn't have done it. And I'm glad I did it. It was fun.
Yeah.
All those calls, all that, like.
Yeah, it's
I
a
knew
big
it was-
level meet, man. What
It's
do
a
you
big
expect?
level meet. I knew it. That was a possibility. So I was prepared for it. I'm not gonna blame anybody, blame the judges, all that. It was a fun meet, great competition. Everyone will remember it. It's gonna go
Yeah.
down history, and we were part of it.
Yeah.
And luckily, we came out without injuries, and
No
like
injuries, yeah.
that's just we learned from it, and we just move on to the next meet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was
wait,
awesome, man.
so what'd you do with your $1,000 you won?
It's sitting on my counter. I haven't touched it.
I mean, we all know what Adam did. He had to give it to his wife, but you're not married.
We went back
and,
to that Louis.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
So, you want some money, huh? There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean that money, that $1,000, it probably covered my.
What it costs to do the meet,
what
probably.
no, not even that, but it covered like that weekend. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
With all the sushi you eat.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now off power. Yeah, what the hell do you do?
Okay.
What do you do for
What does
a
Andy
living?
do every day?
Are you a professional power lifter?
No.
Okay.
Well, if you
In
get
a way.
paid, you're a professional powerlifter, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're professional now.
So my day job, my Monday through Friday, the one that the government knows me as, I work for Iron Rebel, and I do a little everything, customer service. I manage all the Iron Rebel athletes, and I'm also, trying to always looking for new ones. So,
Cool.
but don't message me on my personal page and ask me how do I become an athlete.
You're going to get hit up now,
No,
dude.
I'm telling you guys. I know
the
what to look
huge
for.
Asian guy.
If I'm not
Message him.
contacting you,
Andy,
you don't have what it takes. I'm sorry. Our lifters, 6 of them,
they're
5 and
solid.
6, we won our weight class. Like we're looking for high class, world class, like top 3 in the world type class.
Yeah.
But
So
anyways,
so it was you, Brandon. Who else is there? That's Iron Rebel.
Gina, Larry,
Larry.
Ben
Yeah.
Pollock, and Chris
Shit.
Richford.
So just a few of the small lifters
all-stars.
there.
Solid squad, man.
So
That's awesome, though. That's
yeah,
cool.
so that's my day job. I do that. I help out with clothing and a little everything.
You coaching too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my other side, I do coaching. Like I have about 79%. I have my own coaching business. I also work for Chad, Juggernaut.
Oh,
so
cool.
he funds me clients and we split. So I have 2 avenues of coaching,
Nice.
and that takes up like all my weekend.
Well, and what about the USPA, right? You
Yeah,
do stuff with them too?
And then, so that takes up most of my weekend because I do all my updates on Sundays and Saturdays, and then throughout the week there's questions, all that. So I'm always answering my phone and emails and DMs. And then I have 2 podcasts now. Got the Broadcast with Brandon Allen, and then about a month and a half ago started the USPA podcast. So I'm the host of that, and I record, edit, and put out all of those. So that's more time there.
Man.
So
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
powerlifting is
Yeah, believe
my
me, I
life.
would know.
Yeah, you just talk and you're done.
Basically.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And then and then on weekends, since we're in California, there's a meet every weekend.
Yeah.
Just about. So I have a lot of clients, locally, and if I can, I'll go handle them, help them out, or if not, I'll just be at meets, just hanging out, or
Yeah.
seeing if Rick's doing a good job coaching and reffing and all that shit. But I just love it.
does all
Sometimes
right.
sometimes it's overwhelming, but I can always just take a weekend off. But I'm fully immersed in it right now.
Cool.
It's dope,
You-
man.
I would say if you like doing it and you get to do what you love,
That's awesome.
and that's awesome.
Also a little gay for pay, just in case.
G for Pete.
Hey, sometimes you got to do it, man.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. That's a
All right,
that's a lot of different
so
stuff.
what's up next then? Competitive wise, training
Competitive-wise,
wise.
Reebok record breakers,
Oh,
5
okay.
months.
What's the deal with that meet?
Yeah, we were
what's
talking about
what's
it.
the-
too, kinda.
What's the draw of it?
No, the deal. I mean,
Is
where
it
is
invite? Is it?
It's not invite. It's a normal meet. It just happens that a lot of top lifters do it because of the money. So you get money for
What's?
you know,
Do we know what the
overall win.
payouts are?
So I got. Yeah, so it was $1,000 for overall, and then $1,000 for every world record that's broken.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then the overall package I won last year, I got the fucking recovery boots. Those are like
Oh, yeah.
$1,800.
Dude, those are
I
sick,
got
man.
5 pounds of coffee, all this power watt stuff, recovery stuff, and
Yeah.
it was an awesome package.
Nice.
But what I love about it is Jesse Burdick. He's the meet director. He is the an athlete's kind of meet director. Like every little aspect is thought about, like from warm-ups and all the space and the timing and all that. And yeah, and
I like to think the same way.
if one flight's short, he'll add 10 more minutes, whatever. Like it's whatever he can do to make the lifters' experience better. That's what he does. Like he must have asked me 6 times that weekend, do I need anything? All that stuff. So
Hey,
What
that's
about
good,
the
though. I
judging?
mean, really, that's what I try and do for I put on, obviously, local meets here.
Yeah.
But my number one goal is the lifters.
Yeah.
I'm glad the fans would come out and support them, but, yeah, I want the warm-up to be just as good as any other big meet you're going to do that, and I think we do that here. And then the awards and what they get, and again, I'm not giving away big cash prizes, but I do everything I can to
close to that,
get with the vendors and the sponsors. And this year we have at my Smash Weight Open. I mean, I think we're giving away over $500 and stuff. I mean, for a local meet, that's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's huge. So you're talking about the judging?
Judging last year was in question by a lot of people.
Okay, so obviously, Ed Cohn and Stan Everything are not certified judges.
Well, not in the USPA, but are they in that
Well,
federation?
I don't
What
know. I don't
federation
think so.
is that?
I'm pretty sure they're not. But
Okay.
here's my thing, and it's my opinion. Eddie Cohn and Stan Everything have more time under the bar watching people lift than 90% of judges out there.
Of course.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not to some certain rule, but it's definitely not the USPA rule of their rule
Yeah.
of depth
Yeah.
or on certain stuff. But what's SPF's rules? I'm not even sure, but I'm sure they know that they know what a deep squat
Yeah,
is.
they know what a good
It's not like
squat
they're.
is
I
versus
don't
not.
think they're sitting there blatantly passing high squats.
Yeah.
There might be some questionable calls like a fast down command on deadlifts, but that happens with certified refs too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am not gonna shy away from a meet just because Stan is filming my deadlift as he's judging, because he's a side view. It's not hard to judge certain stuff.
No.
Okay, it's not that hard. Is it official? It is under that day, under that meet. So if you're not happy about it, don't do that meet. If you want to lift to a higher standard, go to a USPA meet or go to USAPL, whatever.
I mean, we're spoiled. Just lift at whatever meat you
Yeah,
want
lift
and
whatever
have
you
fun.
want
I
and
mean,
have fun.
It's a
I have
good
people that
perspective.
tell
You
me,
guys all shit on these people oh my god, Gina's deadlift was not locked all the way. She fucking got it up. She's good enough, right? She's strong enough. Did she hold it for a solid second and a half? No.
Yeah.
But she did it.
yeah.
Respect strength. Strength is strength. Athletes are athletes. We're
Yeah.
not trying to cheat.
Let's keep pushing the sport and growing the
there's
sport.
other
If you want to
lifters-
compete here, go compete there. You want to compete here?
There's
go
way
there.
worse lifters doing way more shady stuff in other federations.
Yeah. Yeah.
High squats, not walked out. There's way more corruption and political shit in other areas. Don't worry about SPF is here. There's fucking down here. Talk shit about that shit.
No, there's
Huh.
yeah.
It's
We
good
have
enough.
options, and like I said, I think the best thing is just lift where you want to lift, man. It's about having fun. There's very rare are you making enough money off this to
Yeah.
be saying, oh,
Yeah, to
this
be
is
all
all I
nitpicky
do,
about
and this is
shit.
where I'm gonna.
Yeah,
compete.
But if you're a powerlifting fan, don't talk shit on everything, to everybody.
exactly, man.
That's not helping the sport.
No.
You know?
So you know where it's at this year?
Oh, it's always at
It's
Jesse's
always at
meet.
Jesse's.
It is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's always in November. He runs about 2 or 3 a year,
Yeah.
and so it'll be in November. It's an awesome meet.
Do we know anybody else that's competing there right now? Or
It's too
that's
early.
all right? Yeah,
It's still
I figured
early.
It's probably
Yeah.
early.
But that's not what I plan. I like to plan earlier now because now I don't have any injuries. I can
Going
Get
raw or wraps?
I'm gonna go raw.
Raw.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after
Got that a record?
the record,
All right, cool.
2275. So. what's your
So
next
how
plan?
many weeks?
I
Wait,
don't
how many
know.
weeks was that out?
Whatever 5 months is.
Yeah.
5 months. So we got a lot of time. So some
November.
off season though, obviously, probably.
Yeah, off season. So this took this week off. Well, not really. I'm about to lift. Next week will be kind of a transition period. So you're going from singles and doubles. I'm not about to go to sets of 10. So for about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Chad and I, we do like a transition where we're doing like 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into like
Then
8s
you're going to
and then
a
10s.
high volume.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, kind of like a reverse
Yeah.
almost.
Kind of like reverse diet, reverse training.
Yep. That's
So
dope.
what about you?
I don't know. We've been talking about what I'm gonna do next. With the demands
Reebok
of work
was one
and
of
shit
the
like that.
one of the options.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously there's Fit Expo that's out there. That's a little ways away, obviously.
there's one in
still.
San Diego this year too.
San Diego's around. I don't know. Yeah,
But-
I think for him it's harder because of his work schedule.
Yeah, we're
around.
we're launching a lot of new projects at work, and so it'll depend on that. But I heard you and Brandon say that you guys aren't going to do any other meets than money meets, pretty much, and that's kind of my draw as well, especially with the wife and the time commitment. You know, if I could get something out of it, why not? You know.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, I think at this point, like money meat is that's definitely the top concern, but convenience too. Like
Yeah.
like the Fit Expo, Anaheim Fit Expo, San Diego, it's all within a driving distance.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
huge
yeah.
convenience, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree with you guys, though. I mean, if I was at your level, there's no way I would be doing anything but a meet where I could take something home away from it. You know?
Luckily, all
I
the
mean,
big money meets, other than Big Dogs, they're all here.
yeah,
Yeah.
All of them are in California.
Yeah.
Would either of you guys do big dogs if you were invited?
Why, wait a
I
minute.
got
Hold on.
invited.
Did you? Okay.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, I didn't know. I just wanted.
I was
I
going
got
to ask
invited.
that question.
Yeah.
Because
you
other
could.
people
You
got
need
invited, and I was like, wait, Andy
You need
out-totaled
I think
some of
you
these
just
guys.
need 1,000 kilogram, which is 20 whatever.
21. I think it had to be.
Yeah, 2,100. But
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
I
I'm
just
not going to
wondering.
go to
I
Big
didn't-
Dogs because it's not Wilkes. It's just biggest total.
That
Yeah.
shit is
I'm not
crazy.
going to compete with people like Brandon. Like there's no way. It would be an honor.
Is
but
Brandon doing it?
oh yeah,
He's doing
Oh,
big
he
dogs?
should,
Oh, that's
dude.
awesome.
oh yeah. He's
I
gonna
mean, I
go
haven't heard.
dominate.
I only heard a couple people that have been.
He's gonna go
invited
do
and
it.
accepted,
He
so.
has got a great chance to win it. So
Shit, hell yeah, he does.
I think that'll be awesome. But I really think you should do Reebok. It's a really
Yeah.
quick flight. It's
Yeah.
an hour flight. You
Yeah.
go to Oakland or something, and then
Yeah.
it's a really nicely ran meet. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
All right. I'm going to have to try it.
And then LA Fit Expo this year, I think Steve wants to make it all raw, so no sleep.
I saw
no
that,
sleep. Yeah,
dude.
we're
I
going
sent
to
that
too.
to him because I
That's
was going to do that
interesting,
one
Yeah.
classic raw to as a primer for the Open next year because I'm
Yeah.
hoping to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
gonna do the
it's raw
Open next
only,
year?
So
Oh yeah.
Okay.
dude, that
Oh,
shit
yeah.
was fun. And I'm hoping we can push you a little harder as me and Foster are plotting in the background.
Well, give me more than 8 weeks to prep, then you guys are not going to
No,
be
no,
close.
you
Not
don't
even
get more than
close.
that.
All
You
right,
get
I'll do
7
it raw
weeks.
then.
Hey,
Oh.
Come at me, bro.
all right,
You
raw.
You guys
Let's
have
do
to.
it.
You guys have to beat my raw record
I
first.
know.
I mean,
That's what Foster was going for this
actually,
meet.
break
was
2100
2193.
first,
Step by step, man.
right?
But it's good. Like I told you, man. It's this level of powerlifting is so different than when you're kind of
Climbing
stepping
up,
into that
yeah.
elite level because everybody below that will literally they talk shit about each other and we
It's
go back
great.
and forth.
Yeah,
well,
there's
we
no
talk all the
shit
time,
talking.
you know, we're
Yeah.
back there warming up together, laughing, joking, and having a good time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just it's like a mutual respect thing. Where,
Yeah.
You know what I like the most is that we're actually sitting here, talking as a gym owner and everything else, and being very involved with the USPA too. But I just like that we're sitting here going, yeah, I'm only doing meets if they have money. I mean, 5 years ago,
That wasn't a thing.
we were just hoping we
Yeah.
could find meets around, you
Yeah.
know, that were
Yeah.
good, you know, or going to be
It's
a good
dope.
competition and not one other guy. And now you have options throughout the year where you can literally go in and say, okay, I'm doing this meet because the payout's this, or I have a chance
Yeah.
to win this.
Yeah.
I think that's super
it's
cool.
great
you
to
know,
see the-
like I
the
said,
sport
I'm
growing. Yeah.
extremely happy that the sport
It
is
sucks
getting
for
to
you
where-
though, because there's so many meets around this area.
Yeah, I mean, and well, hey, I'm strategic, and we'll figure
Yeah,
all that
we'll
out,
figure
and,
it
and
out,
it's cool.
yeah.
I mean, hey, if people can sign up for them, I mean, now that the meet, or we took our smash weight to 1 day. It's always been 2 days, but that's fine. I'll take it to 1 day. We're filled.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're full.
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
I'd rather have one awesome day than two
Mediocre, yeah.
subpar days
Yeah,
or
yeah.
mediocre days, or
Yeah.
just fast. You know, they would
Yeah,
just be a lot faster,
shorter,
and then the
yeah.
crowd doesn't get to enjoy it all and stuff. So yeah, I'm fine with that. You know, if anything, I'd like to add a deadlift only event here. I think that would
that'd
be
be
really
fun.
cool. So I don't know, just
Money.
fun things. Yeah, we'll do it for some money. That's really my next step here. And
Yeah.
again, adding to this, hey, somebody should be taking home some money.
That'd be
So
fun.
let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's cool, man. I don't know. You guys I just like seeing you guys battle it out and talk shit and.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how the
Well,
sport should
I mean,
be.
now
but
that
not
you have
crazy.
the San Diego's largest powerlifting gym,
Yep.
you know, I'm only an hour away, except on Saturdays, fucking traffic. But you know, I'll be down here training a lot more, and,
Yeah, that'll be fun,
you'll
man.
see us training, and me and Adam will get after and just try and
Good.
motivate each other.
You know what you
and-
need? You need a place where you can come where you don't have to lock up your bars.
That's true.
What?
That's true.
He's
At
like,
my
I just
gym,
bought this
all
bar.
the
I'm
power
like,
bars are bent.
What the fuck?
So there's like
Right.
one good one. So I ordered my own, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna lock it up. Like I have my
That's-
own. I have my own SSB bar. I lock up. Now I'm gonna put my own power ball.
That's how they do it.
I lock
at,
up my bars.
Destination
I lock
Dallas,
up my
too. One of
bars,
my guys
too.
trains there, and
Yeah,
they're all
just
locked
close
up.
the door.
Because like these people, it's like a regular gym. It's not probably. They don't know how to like. They fail squats all the time. They just dump it, and it's just
my
it's fucking
God.
terrible. So
Yeah. Well, and then I imagine if you need a spotter and stuff like that, it's pretty hard too.
yeah, it's hard. I have like one training partner. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, man. I hope you
So-
can come down here. I
Yeah,
think
this place is
I think
perfect. I'll tell
everybody-
people like, "Hey, I got a squat heavy. Are you coming that night?" They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll come help."
Yeah.
You know,
for
so
sure.
it's
That's all
dope.
you need. Yeah.
Man, we have. I mean, I have people, owners from other gyms that come here because we
Yeah.
have spotters and we have people around, which is cool. You know, I mean, I want them to train under those conditions.
Yeah.
I always want the best. You know, like we were talking before the open, you got to beat people at their best. If you
Yeah.
beat them at sub bar, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to. Yeah.
Nobody,
exactly.
like we said, nobody cares if the Celtics beat the Cavaliers and James and 3 of their other starters aren't playing. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't mean
exactly.
nothing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there, go find a good ass gym that you can train at where they don't have to lock up bars.
Right on.
All right, let's wrap this up so we don't bore people to death. And although Andy likes playing with his beard, so I don't
This
know.
will be shaved off really fast.
Yeah.
Follow these two boys, Meathead Adam, that huge Asian guy. What else? You got anybody you want to
No, I don't need
thank
to
or
shout out
whatever?
anybody.
You don't
We're
need to
good.
shout out. You're
We're
good.
good.
All right,
You guys
cool.
know where to find me.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Come
thanks.
train.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. All right, our first guest.
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is a
Celebrity.
milestone. I actually think we might have 100 subscribers now.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, big guy.
No problem.
All right.